Hello everybody, I am NotPog, and today we are showcasing the Demon Slayer Origin 2.0. The Demon Slayer Origin is an origin that I've been working on for a very long time, and it is the very first origin I covered on this channel. The Demon Slayer Origin is something that I've been working on for the longest time. It is definitely by far one of my favorite origins, and not only just because it is based off of one of my favorite shows, but also because it turned into something completely different than I initially thought. At first it was just a silly little Demon Slayer origin, but now it's turned into something more than that. It's become something that completely revolutionizes combat, especially if there's multiple Demon Slayers. The combat, the fights are not only fun, but they are a spectacle to watch. So without further ado, let's get on with the showcase. The Demon Slayer. You are one of the legendary Demon Slayers, capable of not only unleashing devastating attacks, but also attacks in every breathing style. And to start off, we have Breathing Master. You are able to use special attacks by left-clicking with a weapon. You can cycle to change your attack form using right-click. Using your primary can change breathing styles. And if you click on the infographic here, you can scroll forward using primary and primary plus left shift to scroll backwards, and you can check your advancement panel to begin unlocking new breathing styles. So like it says, when you hold your sword, or any weapon you choose, it will show what form you're on, and by default you have water breathing already unlocked. So like it said, you can scroll backwards by shifting and pressing primary, or you can scroll forward by doing just primary. Doing this will select the breathing style you want to do, and with one of the debuffs, if you take damage, you will be locked in that form, so choose wisely. The Demon Slayer 2.0 is not fully complete, as not all the breathing styles have been shown in the show. Therefore, the only ones we have at the moment are water breathing, insect breathing, beast breathing, wind breathing, thunder breathing, sound breathing, flame breathing, and that is all. Each of them have their own special trait, like thunder breathing has chain lightning, and they each have their own way of unlocking them. Like for example, unlock, you can kill 500 zombie piglins. For our next ability, we have Demon Slayer Marks. This is something new coming to the Demon Slayer 2.0 update, which brings new progression path for your Demon Slayer journey. Each mark brings new strength and abilities. Check your advancement panel to get started. Alright, and so if you go in your advancement panel, you'll see a new one that says Demon Slayer Marks. By default, you have none of them unlocked, but you can unlock them as you play the game. For example, killing 100 Vindicators, killing 500 Wither Skeletons, and 100 Ravagers. Each one gives you new powers, but also brings new debuffs. For example, at Mark level 1, when you kill an entity or are low, you have stronger strength, and you have increased movement up capabilities. But you get 50% more damage from projectiles and less experience. This can be toggled using the combat mode, which I'll cover in the video later. Additionally, with each level you gain, you also get a faster stamina recharge and more damage to breathing attacks, which I'll get into later. So to demonstrate Mark level 1, if I kill this pig over here, you can see that I gain strength and resistance for a few seconds. But this also is a permanent buff if you are low on health. For Mark level 2, in the case you die, you remain on half a heart, but won't take damage for 5 seconds, and your stamina bar is 50% refilled. What this means is, when you die, you will be immortal for 5 seconds, and in that time you won't regenerate, but you will also not die. So, if I summon a buddy and hit him, he will most definitely kill me, but for 5 seconds he cannot kill me, and in that time, you regain your stamina as well. Afterwards though, one of the downsides is you get severe levels of weakness and slowness, basically making you susceptible to death. Alright, so if I get a little buddy over here, if I lower him to less than 30% health, let me knock him down, there we go. If you look at them, you can see that they are low, indicated by the red blood particles. Only you can see this, and it basically lets you know that you can get your kill move. Additionally, like Transport World said, if I double tap, you will get a Shadow Dodge. And during this time, you'll take reduced damage and a little bit of movement. But it does come at a small cooldown. Alright, for our next ability, it's a pretty simple one, which is Toggle Combat Mode. You can toggle whether you want to be in combat mode. Doing so will disable all mark powers and debuffs that come from them, as well as disabling Demon Slayer attacks. So, just like how I can do attacks right now, if I turn off combat mode, all my debuffs are gone, like my health reduction, but I cannot use my marks, just like how I'm double tapping here, I am moving slower, etc. But what this lets you do is, if you want to use your weapon or a tool without being annoyed by the Demon Slayer powers, you can do so. Despite that though, you do still keep the special trait that each Demon Slayer breathing style has. Alright, and moving to our debuff, we have Retaliate. If you are harmed by an enemy, you will be locked into your current breathing style for 5 minutes. So, when the Iron Golem attacked us earlier, that was this bar, and it is still on cooldown, meaning if I press primary, even if I'm scrolling backward or forward, it will not change, meaning I am stuck on water breathing. For our second debuff, we have Stamina Meter. All breathing forms consume stamina. You have a total of 100 stamina points, and each move consuming 10 points. Stamina recharges faster the stronger level your mark is. So like in the advancement panel said, if you use Demon Slayer attacks, it will consume 10. So that means at one moment you can use a maximum of 10 right off the bat before you run out of stamina. Alright, for our third debuff, we have Double-Edged Katana. Every breathing style has its flaws, and thus brings new weaknesses based on your current breathing style mode. And there is a description for each of them, but I'll get into them now. Water breathing. You burn in the nether and receive double fire damage. Wind breathing. You take double projectile damage, receive negative knockback, and lose hunger below 50% health. Beast. You receive no natural regen past 15 points of hearts, and weakness when not moving. Sound. You receive double explosion damage. Thunder. You receive double water damage and are 25% weaker in darkness. Insect. You take 25% more damage from all sources and 50% weaker attacks. Flame. You receive double water damage and gain weakness in cold biomes and claustrophobic areas. Alright, and with that, we can get into each move that you can use with all the Demon Slayer modes. Alright, thank you everybody for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said in the intro, this has been an origin that I'm very passionate and proud of, and truly is something that is really fun to play with, especially with your friends. Because not only is it just a regular, fun origin, but it's also an origin that lets you basically choose the style you want to play. You and your friend could have the same origin and yet have a completely different playstyle depending on which one you prefer, whether it's flame, breathing, or insect, or any of the other ones. I am NotPog, and I will see you next time. Peace.